Well, I'm pushing it too hard. So in this video, I'll be doing a TBR game, and this is for the month of April. So I thought, let's go ahead and make a different kind of a TBR game type of a video, because for the past 2 months, I've been sharing my TBR in a simple video, but I thought, let's make it a fun video. So I am doing a TBR game. I've seen quite a few people doing such type of videos on BookTube and YouTube, and many people were doing such type of games last year on Insta Reels and all those like platforms when they were in lockdown. So some used to win cash with this kind of a game, some used to get whipped cream on their face. So I thought, let's change that concept a bit. So I'll be keeping few fantasy books or maybe some other genres over here. We'll be rolling this, like you can see, cylindrical can, though I'm not having a cola can, but I think this will work. And wherever this will stop, I'll be reading that book in April. So I thought, let's make a game of it and let's choose my TBR with this one. So I'll be choosing different genres. The first will be, I believe, fantasy, and then YA, then comes sci-fi plus horror, and then finally random books. So these are the 4 rounds. That means 4 books that I'll be reading this month. And other than that, I'll be sharing more details towards the end of the video. 2 books are that I already like chose for this month, so those will be part of this video, or maybe my TBR for the month anyway. So let's start with this video and let me show you what I've made out of it. So let me bring fantasy books. Well, I was here to pick those fantasy books I was talking to you about, but let's shoot the intro first. So hey guys, and welcome back to my new video. I hope everyone's doing absolutely fine. For those who know my channel, I'm Devim, and you will find book reviews, unboxings, vlogs, and a lot many other fun stuff related to books and fandom. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can hit the subscribe button. And now let's start this video. So it's the time for round 1, and I'll be choosing 3 fantasy books from myself. So the first one is Malice by Joan Gouin. Got it last June, and not talking much about this book, because if it wins, I'll be talking about that book only, because unnecessarily I don't want to increase the length of this video. So first book is Malice by Joan Gouin. Next book that I got is The Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan. So this is the 5th book in Wheel of Time series. Like I've read 4 books in that series, and last year I think I read 2nd book, 3rd book and 4th book, but still in this year I'm yet to like pick this series. So I'm pretty excited for it, and all the books that you will find in this video are the ones that I want to read real soon, and that's the reason I'm picking up for this TBR game. So the second in fantasy is Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan. So the last book that I'm choosing for fantasy is Harpacking by Joe Abercrombie. So this is the book that I got from HarperCollins sale a while back, and I'm yet to read it, but pretty excited for it. I've got all the 3 books, and if it wins, definitely will be reading all of those. So this is the Harpacking, Joe Abercrombie. Let's go for the round 1. And these are the 3 books that I'll be choosing for that round. Got my books, so keeping first one over here, second one over here, and the final one. So let's roll this. So yeah, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, we'll be rolling this, and I'm shooting this video with 3 cameras, 3 angles. Hopefully this will work. So yeah, I think we have a winner. So let's talk about this book a little bit at my usual place, and let's bring the next stack. Well. So the round is totally won by Harpacking. Joe Abercrombie was the author. These 2 books, we'll read it somehow. So yeah, this was the book that won, and this is Harpacking by Joe Abercrombie, and you can read the blurb if you want. I think it involves those like kings and queens again. Like George R. Martin is praising this book. Here it says, and the blurb I have to read, it says, betrayed by the family, left for dead, Prince Yavi, reluctant heir to the divided kingdom, has vowed to reclaim a throne he never wanted. So again, throne, that means it's on the line of Game of Thrones. Pretty excited for it. Let's see. Yeah, Harpacking. I think the name of the series is Shattered Sea. So first book in Shattered Sea, Harpacking trilogy. I'll be reading this month. This is by Joe Abercrombie. Let's see the next stack. I believe that was YA. So yeah, for YA I kept I chose 3 books from myself. The First one is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. So this is the book that I want to read, and I've been looking forward to read because I read everything by the same author, and since then I haven't actually picked any other book by this author, so pretty excited for it. The next is If There's No Tomorrow. I am not exactly sure what this book is about, though it's a YA as I've said, but I'm still to figure out what this touches. So the final one is Turtles All the Way Down. This is one of those John Green books that I'm yet to read. I've read Paper Towns, Fault in Our Stars, and then comes Looking for Alaska. That was the best. That's the book that I absolutely loved. The book that is in hardcover. So let's see the round second, which one wins. So yeah, as I've said, YA with me. So these are the three books. Well, this is the YA round. Let's see which book I'll be getting for this month. Okay. Turtles. So in YA I got this book, and let's talk about this book a little bit, and let me bring my next stack, that is I believe science fiction plus horror. So yeah, finally the round is over, and Turtles All the Way Down actually won because the can actually stopped in front of it. So yeah, I will be reading Turtles All the Way Down. This is the hardcover, and you can see, and will not be talking much about these editions for now. So this is the book, and if I have to show you this edition, this is a special limited edition dust jacket. So yeah, pretty excited for it. Let me see the blurb for the same. Well, the blurb seems interesting to me. You can give it a read if you want to. This was the YA book that I'll be reading this month, that is in April, so I'm pretty excited for it. Let's see what's in it for me. We'll be finding at the end of this month in my April wrap up if I was able to finish this one or if I liked it or not. Well, the next books are supposed to be horror and sci-fi. So first book that I'm choosing is Mexican Gothic, that I got in recent. I can't say recent because that was a little while back. I think the book was available for $50 on Kindle. So Mexican Gothic is one of those books that I want to read, and I'm having this in my Kindle. So the first choice is for Kindle, that is Mexican Gothic. The second one is Stephen King's Elevation. I got this book from Flipkart sale a while back. I think it's been years. That was my first ever video. You'll find this book in that video. So these are the two books, and for sci-fi, let me find that book. So for sci-fi, I have chosen Brandon Sanderson's Skyward. So this is the book that I am looking forward to read from so long, and recently saw that Brandon Sanderson will finish the book 4 by the end of this year. It may like drop early next year, maybe by the end of the next year. So I'm pretty excited for it. Book 3 is scheduled to like release, I think, by the end of this year. So I'm looking forward to start this series and get all the other books in the series as well. So the next one is Starsight. Looking forward to it. So hopefully this wins, but if any one of these wins, I'll be reading that one. So let me see this round which book wins. Well, here are 3 books, hardcover, paperback and Kindle, for Mexican Gothic, as I've said. So let's keep them down and see which one I'll get this time. Well, this is sci-fi plus horror. Let's see which one I'll get for this month. Not exactly sure, but I think this is going more towards Elevation. So yeah, the next book that won is Stephen King's Elevation. So let's talk about this book a little bit, and let me bring my final stack for round 4. Well, that was pretty intense. So Stephen King Elevation, this is the book that I'll be reading. So this is, I believe, the second hardcover for this month. So Hardcover, I haven't been reading much hardcovers lately. Also, this one is a short book. As you can see, it's pretty thin. So yeah, pretty excited for it. And if you want to read the blurb, here it is. You don't often say that about Stephen King's book because those are like big books, because I'm having Lisa's Story and Dumas. Maybe I'll pick those for the next month's TBR game. But anyhow, I have those big books, and Stephen King writes so much. Like George R. R. Martin in one of those interviews asked him as well, like, how you write so much. So yeah, pretty excited for it. Let's see what's in it for me. And Elevation by Stephen King in horror. I believe it's horror or paranormal. I'm not exactly sure, but let's say it's horror, and we'll be reading this one. So that was it, and let's see what are the books that I'm choosing for round 4, and that is a mix of random genres. So yeah, these are the 3 books that I'm choosing for the same. So this is the 3rd book in Millennium Trilogy, that is The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. So this is the book in 3rd. This is the 3rd one in Millennium Trilogy by Stieg Larsson. So I am pretty excited to finish this series. I've read the 2 books already. Terry Crews Manhood, it's a non-fiction autobiography, and Anand Neelakantan's Vanara. So I'm pretty excited for this one as well. I received it as a gift in a mystery box. So if you haven't checked that unboxing of that mystery box, do check that unboxing. I believe I unboxed that box in Feb or maybe March, early March. So do check that video if you haven't already. So let's see this round which book wins. Well, the 3 books that I'm having with me are here, and this is thriller, this is Indian mythology, and a non-fiction. The 4th round, that is the final one, and I have thriller, Indian mythology, and autobiography with me. And if you're wondering why I'm not pushing it too hard, that's because majority of the time it's falling down. Like at the start of the video I tried doing that and it was just falling, so I thought let's give it a slightly, like what you can say, a slight push, and that will work fine. So this is the final one, and hopefully let's see what I'll get. We'll do it again. We'll do it again, and here it goes. Every time it was just going ahead and used to come back. This time it just paused at that location. So yeah, this is the book. So the final round is won by Anand Neelakantan's Vanara. Let's talk a little about this book, and we'll be telling you about 2 more books that I'll be reading in this month, making it a count of 6. So I think the count is 5. The 6th one is still not exactly, I'm not sure. So let me go to my usual place and continue this video for you all. Well, I'm finally having the winner with me. So that was Vanara by Anand Neelakantan. This is an Indian author that I'm pretty excited to read about. So this is the legend of Bali, Sugriv, Tara. So this will be exploring their story. I know a little about that story. It's on the similar line, like related to Bali, Sugriv and Tara, like how Bali and Sugriv were hunting, and Bali got stuck and Sugriv took the kingdom and all those things. I'm not exactly sure if it's about the same thing, but I believe it will be about the same thing because the Tara word is here, and that was, I believe, Sugriv or maybe Bali's wife. So pretty excited for this one. Indian mythology has always been one of my favorite genres. I'm a big fan of Amish Tripathi. I'm looking forward to this one as well, and this will be my first or second, I think first book by Anand Neelakantan. Yeah, Anand Neelakantan's like Vanara. These are the 4 books that I got under my TBR game. So I hope you like that video because this was different kind of video, and I'm not exactly sure for my reactions, like though I tried to like stay excited and all those things, but I'm not exactly sure if it caught. So this is the first book, Vanara. Second one is in fantasy. This is Half a King by Joy Abercrombie, Stephen King's Elevation, and Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. These are the 4 books that I'll be reading this month. Also, like previous months, I'll be again choosing those non-fiction and 1 book that I am having in my TBR from the last 2 months. So the first one is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. So that is the book 4 in Stormlight Archive. I'm yet to get that book. If I get my hands on that copy, I'll be reading that book for sure as soon as it reaches my doorstep. But other than that, Sapiens is the non-fiction that I am reading from the past 2 months. I'm yet to finish that book, but let's see when I can finish that book. Last month I didn't read any non-fiction book. If you haven't checked my wrap up video, do check it out. I've talked about that a lot. So yeah, looking forward to those books. So in total I have 6 books with me, but I'm like really hopeful that I can finish 4 of them, and 4 is my target each month because of my studies and all those things. I'm not getting enough time, and that's the reason I say 4 books. So that was all for this video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, you can hit the like button. You can comment down below if you like this TBR game, or if you would like me to do some different kind of game next month, or the similar one in the next month. So do comment down below and let me know. So that was all. We'll be catching up real soon, and these are the books that I will be reading in this month. Do let me know in the comment section below what all books you will be reading in this month, and we'll be looking forward to your comment down there. So yeah, that was all. We'll be catching up real soon. Stay healthy, stay home, stay safe, and bye bye.